Hi guys, welcome back. This is Mike Hermes at MH Tutorials, and today we're going to do step one of how to model a kitchen. So let's get started with that. So we are going to start off with a polygon cube, and we are going to drag that out, something like that. We hit 5 for shaded mode, and we're going to hit Control D to duplicate that. Hit W, move that over, maybe a bit more, something like that. Okay. We're going to hit Control D again. E to rotate. Make sure you're at 90 degrees. Just check that. There we go. We're going to move to our top view. Hit 5 for shaded mode. Again. Hit W, and we're going to pull that into position. I'll just hit F. And hit 4 so we can see our wireframe okay. And let's get that into position. That looks about right. Just check that. We need to pull that up a bit. And we'll check that from this view. Hit F to zoom in. Okay. And we're going to hit Control D again. And we're going to pull that down. Hit F to close in. Okay. So we got the first basic shape. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag select that. We're going to go up to mesh and combine. Now, typically this would not sit on the floor. This would be just a little bit above the floor because you're going to get boarding down here. So now we got the first one, and we're going to hit Control D to duplicate that, and we're going to move that over. Try that again. Move that over. Just switch views so we can position it correctly. There we go. And we're going to hit Shift D and move that over once more. Okay, that looks about right. So from our top view, we got 1, 2, 3. We're going to drag select those, mesh and combine. Hit Control D, pull that out. Hit E to rotate that by 90 degrees, like so. And we're going to move that into position. And this is not going to be exactly connected because we're going to have one cupboard here in the corner. And we can make sure that that fits exactly a bit later on. There we go. Let's see if we need one more. Yes, we do. So we are going to go to mesh and separate. I'll take that first one, mesh, combine, Control D, and move that one over. And that will be our fridge. Just make sure it's aligned okay. Yep, okay. We're going to hit the insert key. First we're going to go to modify and center pivot. And then we're going to pull that down to the base. Like so. And we're going to hit R and we're going to scale that up. So that would be our fridge. Okay. So that's our fridge, that's a cupboard, that's the oven, that's another cupboard, and we'll have a cupboard here, and a dishwasher here. Okay, something like that. All right, now what's next? We've got that lifted off here, off the grid. We're going to focus on this one here right now. So for that, we need to make sure from our top view that we have a good position. Okay. We're going to take a polygon cube. We're going to drag that out. Switch to perspective view. Pull that up. Actually, to make sure that I got the exact height, I'll just do it differently. I'll just take that one, hit Control D, pull that out, so I know that the thickness is okay. And we need to figure out how the shape will look. So top view, it's gonna connect there, but we're gonna stretch it out a bit. So something like that, because it's gonna be a corner cabin. Like that. We're gonna take this here and we're gonna move that into position. Okay, and let's see how that looks. Okay, so we need to angle that out a bit. So for that, just check my angle. I need to add an edge loop in my top view. So I'll go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, and I want that to be, oh, not there. I want that to be there. Okay, I hit Q to exit that. We're going to drag select that, right click Object Mode. We're going to pull that out a bit. We're going to go to our perspective view. We are going to select this guy, right click, face, select that face, and let's see if that looks okay. And I think it does. All right, and now we'll take that, pull that back in, which will give us the room we need for our corner cupboard. Okay, we're going to select that guy, hit Control D to duplicate it. We're going to pull that down. Just make sure that we got the right height here. So hit F, pull it down a bit more. That looks about right. Okay, cool. So now next we are going to create some boarding down here. So for that we're going to take another polygon cube. We're going to drag that out in the grid and we are going to pull that up just a little. Something like that. Going to go back to our top view. We're going to move that in. Hit W. Okay, something like that. Just check from this view here. Okay, so we need to push that in a little. It's typically a bit back there. Okay. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate that. We're going to pull that out. Hit E to rotate that by 90 degrees. Minus 90 in this case. And we are going to move that one into position. So hit W. And that would be about right. I'm going to move it in here. I'm going to hit the Insert key, pull my center pivot to there, and then hit R to scale it in a bit. Something like that. That part will be hidden. Let's see what we got so far. All right. And now we need to have one that is covering this area here. So we're going to hit Control D again. Hit W, pull that out, rotate it. R to scale it in quite a bit. And now let's get that guy in position. Hit W, move that in. F to zoom in. And let's tweak that angle a bit so it's in line with this line here. And now we need to push it back a little. So we've got roughly the same spacing. So this spacing here And let's see how that looks. Just tweak it a little bit more. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we got that, and we need to do the sides here and there. So we're gonna hit that, Control D. We're gonna pull that out. E to rotate 90 degrees, minus 90 in this case. Gonna go back to our top view, hit F to zoom in, R to scale that back quite a bit. And we're going to hit W, and we're going to get that roughly into position. And now let's just check from our perspective view. Okay, as you can see, it has to move out a bit. And that is about right. And pull it back a bit. Okay, cool. So we're going to copy that guy, Control D. We're going to move that out over here, hit F to zoom in, E to rotate by minus 180, like that. Check our top view, hit W and move that over here until it's roughly into position again. And let's check it from this angle. I'm going to push that in a bit. Right click on this one, face, select that face. I'm going to push that guy back a bit. Something like so. And actually we should do the same here. Push that one in a bit. Right click, face, push that one in a bit. Okay, so we got the base for that. All right, what's next? Now we are going to create the top here. So for that, we're going to create a polygon cube. We're going to drag that out in a grid, and we're going to pull it up, something like so. Maybe a bit thinner. Okay. So now we need to create a little edge here on top. So first, I'm going to bevel these two edges here. Right click, edge, and edit mesh and bevel. We're going to increase segments to 7, and we're going to do the offset to 1. That looks nice and round. Okay, not too bad. All right. So we are going to right click, object mode, select it. We're going to make it a bit thinner so it's more in perspective. We're going to go to our top view. We're going to scale the whole thing down a bit. Hit W and we're going to move it in and move it over there. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Okay, so we're aligned at that end. Looks like we need to stretch it out a bit. So first I'm going to hit the insert key and move my center pivot there. Okay, we're going to scale that out until about there. Looks about right. And now we need to hit F, W to move that up. That looks about right. And we need to stretch it out over here. So I'm going to go to my top view. I'm going to hit the insert key again, move that over there. Just hit F to zoom in a bit more. There we go. And we're going to switch back to our perspective view. We're going to hit R, and we're going to scale it out until we are aligned with the fridge. That looks all right. Okay, we are going to hit Control D to duplicate that, W to move it out, E to rotate it by -90. And now we need to get that one in position. Hit W, get that aligned at this corner here. Let's see what we got. Okay, we need to shorten it a bit at this end. So I'm going to select it, hit the insert key, move that one over there, hit R to scale it in a bit. And let's see what we got. That's not too bad. Okay. So this is what we got so far. Now we're going to create some doors. Okay. So for that, we are going to create another polygon cube. We're going to just make that a bit large. We'll scale it down in a second, just to get some good sight here. We're going to select these outer edges, edit mesh bevel. That looks actually not too bad, pretty neat. Right click, take that face, edit mesh extrude. We're going to scale that in a little and just check from our top view to make sure that it looks okay. Something like that. And we're going to select that face again, edit mesh extrude, hit W, push that down just a little, edit mesh extrude again, scale in, and again make sure that it looks okay, like that. And we're going to select the face again, edit mesh extrude, hit W and pull it up just a little. Okay, so that would be one of our doors. Okay, object mode. We're going to hit E and we're going to flip that by 90 degrees, -90 in this case. And let's get that into position. So we're going to go to this view here, hit W. We're going to move that. F to scale in, to zoom in, sorry. Scale that down. And I prefer doing that in my perspective view. Hit W to push that in until we have contact. We're going to scale that out quite a bit. Okay, let's go to our front view, hit 5 for shaded mode. Okay, 4. too bad. Actually, we can scale it a bit more. Okay, so we got that one. Hit Control D, W to move it over, F to zoom in. We need to pull that one over because we need some spacing for that door here. Actually, we need to make that one a bit thinner. So we're going to hit Delete, take that one, hit F to zoom in, R to scale it back just a little, then hit Control D, W to move it over, F to zoom in, check from our front view, make sure that it looks okay. Yeah, cool. All right, then we're going to hit Control D, we're going to pull that out, hit E, rotate it by 90 degrees. We're going to select that guy, we're going to push it in, hit F to zoom in, something like that. We're going to move that over here. Let's see how that looks. Not too bad. We're going to hit Control D. We're going to duplicate that over here. Hit Control D once more. Duplicate it over here. Now, let's just make sure that it's centered. Okay, so we got those. That is the that's going to be the stove. We're going to take that guy. We're going to hit Control D. We're going to pull it over to the fridge, and that looks about right. And then we're going to hit Control D again. We're going to pull it up here. We're going to hit R, and we're going to scale that out. I'll just check from my front view to make sure that that's aligned okay. So that should be about there. Scale it a bit more. Pull it down a little bit. And let's see what we got. Okay, we need a bit more, as you can see. Actually, what we need to do is we need to take one of these, separate, take that guy, Control D, move that over, and move that up. Which will close that gap. That is how it should be. Okay, looks clean. Okay, so we got the fridge, we got the freezer, cupboard, and dishwasher. Now we need to have a door in this opening here, so we're going to hit that one, Control D, pull it out, hit E to rotate it, and we're going to scale that down quite a bit, but first we need to make sure that the angle is correct. So we're going to hit W, we're going to move that close to our angle here. We're going to hit E, and we're going to get that parallel. So let's just check, yeah, it's about right. We're going to go back to our perspective view. We're going to hit R, we're going to scale that in. Let's just check how that is looking. Okay, I'm not entirely unhappy with that. Okay, so that's the base. So now we are going to create some top cupboards, and what we're going to do is we're going to just go to the back here. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, and 4, mesh, combine, hit Control D, pull that up, flip that around, hit F to zoom in. We're going to hit R to scale that down quite a bit, something like that. We're going to push that up, make sure that it's properly aligned. Yeah, looks about right. Okay, now we're going to have the, no idea what that thing is called, the air suction thingy. Sorry guys, I'm not English. Okay. We're going to move that one on top there. And what we can do to align this correctly is go to our top view. And there we go. So we got those two. I'm going to want some up here as well. Actually, I'm going to do a window here. So I want to have 2 over there. Okay. So I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate that one. Pull it over here. Hit E. Rotate that by 90. Minus 90. There we go. And we are going to get that into position. F to zoom in a bit. W to move it into position. That should be about here. Let me think. Yeah, that's about right. Check for my top view. Okay, we're going to hit Control D, and we're going to move that over until it's aligned there, like that. Is that what I'm looking for? Actually not. I want the window there, so I'm going to move this one to connect with that one. So back to my top view. And something like that. Okay. So we got that. Now we're going to make some fitting doors. So hit Control D, pull that up, hit F to zoom in. Make sure that height-wise it's aligned with the door that's next to it, which would be about that. Hit Insert to pull this pivot up here, like that. Hit R and scale that up to the point where this is aligned. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is, let me think, what looks best. I'm going to right click, go to Edge, and I'm going to select these edges and these edges, and let's see how that looks. That looks a bit better. And then we'll take those. Let me see, yeah. Just looking to see if I like it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. We're going to take that one. I'm going to hit Control D, hit W, move that over. Make sure we're aligned, something like that. We're going to hit Control D again, and move that over. Hit E, rotate that 90 degrees. We're going to hit W and push that in a bit more. That looks about right. Control D to duplicate that. And that is not bad. Okay. So this is what we got so far. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a ground plane. And just see if that lines up. And actually it should. And it does. Okay, cool. So we got that. We are going to get it to size. So I'm going to align that with the back there. I'm going to align that at this end. I'm going to hit the insert key, pull that down, hit R, scale that in. Yep. And I'm going to hit the insert key again, move that over here, hit R, and scale it into about there. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to select that, hit Control D, E to rotate it. Make sure we're at 90, like so. And we can scale that down a bit, something like so. And then we're going to take that guy again, hit Control D, E to rotate. Make sure we're at minus 90. There we go. Hit W, pull it out, and just get it aligned. What have we got going on here? Okay, so that will be about there. Pull that up. Hit R to scale that in a bit. And just make sure that this is fitting. So where are we at? Okay, so that seems to fit. That looks okay. Check it from the height point of view. We need to do some tweaking there. Okay, so now this is aligned with the ground plane. Hit insert, pull that down to that point. Hit R, scale that down, and we're going to take this edge here, that one, hit W, and pull that one in. So this should give us a fairly good situation. Yeah, for now, not too bad. Okay. So now we are going to create some, how do you call that? Some framework up here. Okay. So for that, we are going to take a polygon cube. We're going to pull that out in the grid. Pull that up like so. And we are going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool. And we're just going to add some edges there. We're going to right click, go to face. I'll hit Q first, right click, go to face. We're going to select those four. We're going to drag that out a bit. We're going to select these two. We're going to drag that out a bit. Select the top one, drag that out a bit. Okay, something like that. Right click, object mode. We're going to scale it down quite a bit. And we're going to stretch that out. Okay, so that's the frame that I want on top of my cupboards. So I'm going to hit F to zoom in a bit. W to move that roughly into position. And as you can see, I need to scale it down quite a bit. But first, okay, so hit R, something like that. Hit W, move that over. Okay, let's start to tweak that. Okay, so I'm going to hit 5 for shaded mode. Actually, that doesn't really help. I'll do it with 4. Okay, move it down to there. Hit insert, move that over here. Hit R, scale that in. Okay, so that looks about right. Okay, we are going to hit Control D, hit E to rotate it by -90. We're going to hit W to move it in. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, we need to angle that. Yeah, I kind of figured that. So, get rid of that guy. We're going to go to our top view. Where is my frame? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, we're going to move in there. I'm going to right click, go to edge, take that edge, hit E. I'm going to rotate that, but I don't got all of them. Let's try that with the edge, with the vertex, sorry. Vertices. Okay. Now, by changing that angle, let's see my settings here. Okay. When you change that angle, you're distorting the frame a little bit. So while I did that, now I need to scale it out a bit to get back to the original shape. And that looks about right, I hope. Let's see. Okay, so now I need to right click, object mode. I need to push that in a bit. Check it from my top view here. I want that to be, it's going to be about there. Just check. And I'm going to correct this end in a bit, but first I need to make sure that that's a good fit. So right click, object mode, Control D, hit E to rotate. Rotate the other way, sorry, like that. -90. Looks like I'm making things a bit complicated for myself, but that's fine. Okay, so now we need to do the same angle thing that we just did. So at this end, right click, vertex, drag select, hit E to rotate them. This looks like the right angle, but as you can see, it's changing the shape somewhat. So we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale that back. Right click object mode. We've got that guy. We're going to hit W, and we're going to try and see if we can make that a good fit. It's not too bad, I hope. Let's see what we got. That's not too bad. Okay. So now we're going to need this one with a double angle in a second. So I'm just going to leave that for a sec. I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate that. I'm going to pull that out, hit E to flip it all the way around, make that 90. We're going to take that guy, we're going to push that out, pull that in, hit F to zoom in, get that aligned with that corner there, check for my top view. Just checking where I'm at, guys. That looks about right. Okay, so now I'm going to select that guy, and I'm going to adjust that angle. So right click, vertex, drag select, pull them in, hit E to rotate until we're at the same angle, W to move that in, and it looks like that's quite a distortion. Why is that? That is because that one has to move forward. Okay, so just going to undo that. Of course, this has to move way to the front because this is at that angle and that is at that angle. Okay, so now let's try that again. I'm going to go here, right click, vertex, drag select, pull that down, hit E to rotate that to the same angle, and we are going to take these and we're just going to get them into position, preferably in a way that there's not too much distortion going on. So let's see what we got. It's actually not too bad. Okay, I think. All right, now we're going to fix this here. So we are going to go to vertex, I'll deselect those because I don't want to move them. and now they're inside. And what I now need to do is get the rest of these aligned. And what I can do is level that out, hit R, scale that in, hit W, move that out. And we're going to do the same here. Drag select, A to rotate them until they're level again, W to move them out, and R to push them back in. So let's see what this looks like. We still have to move in a bit further, as you can see. So select those, hit W, and we're gonna move it in like that. Okay. All right, so that took a little while. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to do that here and over here. So I'm going to take that, and that. I'm going to hit Control D, pull that out, mesh, combine, hit E, rotate that by -90. Okay. And we need to get that over there. So W, that will be about there. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's not too far off, luckily. Check for my top. That is modify center pivot. That's about right. I'm gonna push that in. Just gonna adjust this a bit. Take that. Let's see what this looks like. We got that up there and it's looking okay. Let's check the one that we already had. Okay, it looks like we need to tweak that one as well a little bit. That was, oops. That was down here. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Right. So we got that. We need to do the same here. So I'm going to select that guy, Control D, push it out over there, hit E, rotate it by 0. We're going to pull that down, pull that in. Where am I at? There I am. Okay. Okay. We're going to push that down a little bit. Like that. Pull it out until we're at the same angle. I'll just check that from here. Looks like, yeah. We're going to hit R. We're going to push that in. Maybe a bit more. Move it a bit. We'll do that from this view. Okay, we've got a little spacing there. That's in the front end. That one is pretty much aligned, so that would be something like that. So let's see what we got. Okay, cool. Right, now we are going to create the oven. So first we are going to create 2 plates. First we're going to get a cube. We're going to drag that out in the grid. That's going to be the control panel, if you like. We're going to hit F to zoom in. Right click, go to edge. We're going to take these edges, edit mesh and bevel. Get that out of the way. And we are going to increase the segments to 10, and we're going to tweak the offset quite a bit. Let's do about this. Okay, right click object mode, hit R, make that nice and flat, something like so. We're going to hit E, we're going to rotate that by 90, like so. And we're going to, I think I just tweaked something, minus 90. There we go. We're going to get that in position roughly. Hit F to zoom in. Okay, we're going to scale that in quite a bit, something like that. And we're going to pull that back, go to my front view, hit W and move that up. And that looks about right. Okay, so that will be the section with the knobs and so forth. Okay, and then the door, right click object mode, Control D, pull that down, scale that out. So make sure we're aligned. Bottom looks fine. Actually, that's pretty good. Let's make sure that they're both connecting. Yeah. And we got a little opening going on here, so we need to fix that. So we're going to go and hit 4 for wireframe mode. We put this board in here, that one. We're going to hit Control D. We're going to move that over, and we're going to go to our front view for, where'd he go? I think that, no. Need to make sure that it's the right one. Okay, Control D, move that over, move that down. That looks better. 5 for shaded mode. And we fix that opening. Okay, cool. Now we need to make a handle for the oven. So for that, we are going to create a cube. Hang on, guys. I'm going to pick this up in the next video, guys. We're close to an hour, so I'll see you guys again in part 2.